Hello students, welcome to the class. This is Himlata Soni and today we are going to read a poem, A Tiger in the Zoo. The poem is composed by Laszlo Norris. Laszlo Norris was born on 21st of May 1921. He was a prize-winning Welsh poet and a short story writer. He was awarded Chomley Poetry Prize in 1978. He died on 6th of April 2006. So children, the name of the poem is A Tiger in the Zoo. So it is very clear by the name that there is a tiger who is kept in a zoo. The poem contrasts the life of a tiger in the zoo to the life of a tiger in its natural habitat. The poem consists of 5 stanzas and each stanza is of 4 lines. In the first stanza, we find the tiger in cage, in zoo, and in second and third, the poet imagines the tiger to be in its natural habitat, that is a forest. And in fourth and fifth stanzas, we find the tiger in the zoo again. So I start with the first stanza. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on paths of velvet white in his quiet rage. The poet says that the tiger is moving up to the length and breadth of the cage, because you know there is a limited space for an animal to move on in the cage, and the tiger is moving in a limited area, and when the tiger is moving, he is not producing any sound because his pads are velvety, his pads are very soft. He has stripes on his body that are noticeable because they are of dark color. The tiger is in anger, but he is not showing any anger or any annoyance because he knows that there is no use to show his anger because he is captivated and he is in a cage. Stanza 2. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. Now the poet is very sorry for the tiger who is kept in a zoo. So he imagines that if the tiger would be in its natural habitat, then the tiger would be hiding himself in long grass. The tiger would be sliding through long grass and the tiger would be sitting near a water point where the animals come to drink water, and he would be waiting for a fat deer to feast on. So it means in the natural habitat, the tiger would enjoy hunting. The tiger would be sitting secretly in long grass and he would be waiting for its prey. Third stanza. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claw terrorizing the village. The poet says that if the tiger would be in its natural habitat, then he would come to the jungle's edge where there are villages and he would terrorize the villagers by snarling at them, by growling at them, by showing its fangs and by showing its claws. And the poet says that the tiger may visit the edge or the villages for 2 reasons. The first reason may be that the tiger just want to demonstrate its power, or it just want to terrorize the villagers. And the second one may be that the tiger might have failed to get its prey on that day. And here the poet draws our attention that if we destroy the natural habitats of these wild animals, then certainly they would come to our habitats. Next stanza. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Now again the poet has shown the tiger in the zoo in a cage. The tiger who would have shown his power at the jungle's edge is here in the cage. He is locked in a cell that is made up of cement, sand and pieces of stone. The tiger's power is locked behind the cage. The tiger is helpless. The tiger is ferocious. The tiger is powerful, but still his strength, his power is behind bars and he can't help himself out. He's talking there the one thing he can do, he can move only up to the length and breadth of the cage. And he is ignoring the visitors because since morning till evening he is facing the visitors who have been coming and disturbing him, and during daytime he is unable to sleep because of their disturbance. So he is not taking any interest in them because he is habitual to see them. They are coming and going just for their entertainment. Next stanza. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Now the poet says that after the visitors have gone and the time is over for the visitors to come to the zoo, at night time also he is disturbed by the sound of the patrolling cars. So the last sound that he hears is of patrolling cars of the officers in the zoo. He is listening to that sound and he is habitual. That's why he is not paying any attention to it now. And he is sitting in his cage. He stays awake and he is looking at the shiny stars with his shiny eyes. His eyes is shiny because the animals' eyes shine in darkness. So he is having shiny eyes. He has brilliant eyes. So he is looking at the brilliant stars with his brilliant eyes, and it seems as he is looking at the heaven and he is asking why he is imprisoned in the zoo. So this was the poem, students. So the poet says that captivity is a punishment to the wild animals. We should not snatch their freedom from them because nobody likes to live in a jail, to live the life of a prisoner. So we find the animals helpless. They can't show, they can't express their sadness, their helplessness, but it doesn't mean that they are not hurt. They are hurt. They can't enjoy their activities and their movements that they can do in their natural habitats. So this is the message of the poem, that that wild animals should be left free in their natural habitats. And students, I have some questions for you. Listen to the questions and answer. Who is the poet of this poem? Yes, now read the answer. Leslie Norris is the poet of this poem. Why should the tiger lurk in the shadow? The tiger should lurk in shadow to hunt its prey. He should be snarling around houses. Who is he in this line? Yes, the tiger is he in this line. And what does the word snarling means? Snarling means growling. Okay. How would the tiger terrorize the villagers? The tiger would terrorize the villagers by snarling, by showing its fangs to them, by showing its claws to them. Whom does the tiger ignore in the zoo? The tiger ignores the visitors in the zoo. What sound does the tiger hear at night? The tiger hears the sound of patrolling cars in the night. So students, these are very short questions that are asked by me, and other questions you will be getting in your worksheet.